welcome to geometry class this morning, students. On this Wednesday the 6th, well, a couple quick announcements. First of all, you do not owe me any homework. However, at this time, if you would please turn in your review sheet. If you did the entire thing and you want the 5 bonus points, please turn in your review sheet. After you've done that, go ahead and get your test out, and let's go over the test together. Mr. Earhart is not the smartest person in the world. However, it's dawned on me that here lately, whenever I do the test on video, that's out there in the open for students to see. And if students are not taking the test, whether due to absences or school activities or whatever, it's just not good to have it out there on the video. So go ahead and get your tests out at this time. However, I'm not going to put a copy of the test up here on the screen. I'm just going to talk to you. Now, by now, your teacher should have let you study for about 15 to 20 minutes or work on your review sheet, whatever you chose to do. That was up to you. And now it is time to go over your test. So if you please look at your test, should be a back and a front, numbers 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. Please look at number 10. Do you notice how it says one triangle is congruent to another triangle? And then it says list the 3 sets of congruent angles and the 3 sets of congruent sides. So underneath the word angles, you should have 3 answers, like angle A is congruent to something angle, okay? And so on and so forth. You should have 3 of those. Underneath the word sides, you should have 3 answers. For example, side AB is congruent to side, and you've got to know what to write there. So on number 10, you'll have 3 answers for angles and 3 answers for sides. Look at numbers 11 and 12. I'm going to read the instructions. For numbers 11 and 12, decide if the two triangles can be stated as congruent. If they cannot, just write no. So in the first answer blank there, notice number 11 has 2 answer blanks, number 12 has 2 answer blanks, just write the word no. However, if they can be stated as congruent, then give your reason why. So if you put yes, they're congruent, tell me why. Side, 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 angle, angle, side, angle, or hypotenuse, leg. And then look at this, look at this, look at this. Then write the triangle congruent statement, and you must write it in the proper order. For example, triangle ABC is congruent to triangle DEF, okay? Now, so that's very important you do that on numbers 11. Now, I will say this, I do have to put one problem up here very quickly. If you'll take a look at number 12, it looks something like this. And of course, this one problem will just be out there. We're going to call this right here, we're going to call this A, and we're going to call this B, and we're going to call this C, and we're going to call this D, and this E. Now, if I have time later to write this on your test, then I'll go ahead and write it on your test. But if it's not there, then go ahead and write this in, okay? But anyways, same thing for that. If you don't know for sure they're congruent, say no. If you know for sure they are, then say yes and tell me why, and then give me the congruent statement, okay? Triangle something is congruent to triangle something. Now flip this over and take a look at numbers 13 and 14. In numbers 13 and 14, I want you to find the measurement of the given segment or segments, okay? Number 13, I want you to find the measurement of CD, okay? So you should be able to do that. We did 3 or 4 of those on the review sheet. Number 14, I want you to find the measurement of ML. ML. So do you notice on number 14, you're just not solving for X. Once you find what X is, then you will tell me the length of ML, excuse me, the length of ML. Now on number 15, I know this is not going to be easy, but I'd like to give you some hints. Notice you're proving that segment QT is congruent to segment SR, okay? Let me give you one hint. There's no way that you can prove that QT is congruent to SR until you first prove that 2 triangles are congruent. And those 2 triangles would be triangle RQT congruent to triangle TSR. So somewhere in your reasons or in your statements, somewhere in your statements, you're going to have to state that those 2 triangles are congruent, and then you can state that QT is congruent to SR. Now, how you to state that those two triangles are congruent. That's what you got to figure out. It's either going to be side, 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 angle, side, angle, angle, side, angle, side, angle, or hypotenuse, leg, okay? So I will grade very fairly on 15, but please give me the respect of trying. Don't leave it blank. I mean, at least put your given down and try some thoughts, and don't erase anything. Leave it all there, and I will try to give you some fair partial credit. Now you can see why I gave you time to study in class today. The test is very short. I've made it that way on purpose, so we'll have plenty of time to finish it. Please go ahead and get started, and when you're finished, turn your test in. Jace, I believe you were absent. And by the way, students, would you email me? I have a feeling that this microphone that I'm using is giving a lot of feedback. Have you heard a really loud hum lately when you listen to the videos? If you are, would you email me and tell me? I might have to buy a new headset, which I'm definitely willing to do if I need to. So please email me and let me know if there's been a real loud hum when you listen to the video. And that's basically it. Jace, obviously, if you're there today, you do not have to take the test. And I've been saying now for quite a few days, the quiz that you missed last week, you're welcome to allow this test to be also count for your quiz grade. Okay, so be in communication with me, please, Jace, about what you're planning on doing there. Okay, hope you guys have a good rest of the day and do well on your tests.